So I'm going to show you for my tires how to know when to change your tires. And I have GATORSKINS. I like GATORSKINS because they're essentially indestructible. They're not the fastest tire or the smoothest tire. Nothing is as exciting as when you're riding during the day and you see people on the side of the road fixing their flat tires on their nice tires, and you're riding GATORSKINS, you hardly ever get flats. But eventually the GATORSKINS are going to wear out. I'm going to show you something. If you come over here, they have a thing here, and it's a little arrow. It's almost impossible to see, but it's a little arrow right there, and I'm going to show you when I put on a new tire essentially what this means. But it's TWI, and that, I believe, is tread wear indicator. And there's going to be a little hole here, and if you look over here, let me turn the bike a little bit. You look over here, there is a little hole that once you don't see that hole anymore, you know it's time to change your tire. And I was actually looking at this the other day, and this tire is totally worn out. First of all, it's like flat right here. The second of all, these things that you see right here are the wearing away of the actual tread. Like, I'm pulling this off right now. This tire is ready to explode. So we're going to change this tire. Now my front tire is actually surprisingly not as bad. If you look at the tread here, let's see if we can find, here we go. There's a little tiny hole right there, and that is the hole. Once that wears out, that means that this tire needs to be replaced. But because I'm replacing the back tire, and this one's getting super close, I don't see any real wear or destruction of the actual rubber of the tire. But if you start noticing that there's nicks in it, like there's kind of a little nick right there, that's hard to say, then you want to replace the tire. But that tread wear indicator is still there. So this tire has a little bit of life in it. But let me show you what I did.
Do you know what's good about not getting flats?
What's good about not getting flats?
You don't have to call your wife to come pick you up.
For you to pick you up. What I did was...
But I would.
You would?
If you called me, I'd come pick you up.
Would you really?
Might not be happy, but I'd come pick you up.
You're not happy? So remember when everyone was freaking out a couple years ago and they were buying toilet paper and hand sanitizer?
Yep.
Remember that?
I remember.
I didn't do that. You know what I did?
You bought bicycle tires.
I stocked up on tires, chains, brake pads, cleats, because if the world was coming to an end, I don't really care about toilet paper.
It was a good thing too, because you were having a hard time getting
I was actually having a hard time getting things. So these are the GATORSKINS. The ones that I use are 25 millimeter. And I'm going to open this up and show you a normal tread to see, so you can see what the difference is. Look at the difference right here. So we're going to take this one off, put this one on. This is the greatest sound when you're changing a tire, but not the greatest sound when you're on the road.
Right? No, I can't imagine.
No, that's not good. It sounds like a snake. So these tires, the trick behind these tires is they are difficult to get on and off your rim. So the one thing that you can do is you can squeeze the tire so it goes into the middle of the rim. So I'm going to go around there so the tire is not up against the side of the rim. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze it and pull it down into the center so that it kind of opens up here on the side. And then I have a tire lever or lever, depending on where you're from, and I'm going to pull this whole tire off.
It's like unzipping a zipper.
It's like unzipping a zipper. And then I'm going to pull it over just like this. And I don't even remember how old, oops, sorry. I just threw the tire against my wife.
Thanks.
Let's look at this tube. I'm just curious. Okay, it's got one patch. That's one. Wow, this tube only has one patch. That's not bad.
That's because you use
That's because I
GATORSKINS.
use GATORSKINS. That's right. So now I'm going to put the tire on. Now, I know what you're thinking right now because I can hear you already typing. Is you have to have the letters where the valve stem is. And I'm aware of that. I don't really take it that seriously, but I will do it because we're on YouTube. So I'm going to look and see where the hole is, which is right there, and it's going to say GATORSKIN right there on the drive side. And that way, when you get pictures taken, your sponsors will be visible on those pictures when you're on the podium. Now, of course, I haven't been on the podium that much, so it doesn't matter to me. I would like to be sponsored by GATORSKINS. That would be really cool. I would almost not even just take money, I just take tires.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. Hey, Germany, I want GATORSKINS, and I'll promote you. But even if you don't pay me, I still would use your product. So there's another product, and they are today's video sponsor, Bioptimizers, and they have a magnesium supplement called Magnesium Breakthrough. And it is actually a product that I use. It's really awesome. And what happens is it actually has 7 different types of magnesium, because certain magnesiums are better for muscle recovery, certain magnesiums are better for sleep, digestion. There's a whole host of reasons you would want to take magnesium, because quite frankly we just don't get enough of it in our diet. Even if you're trying to eat a really good diet, what ends up happening is because the soil isn't as great as it should be, vegetables don't have as many nutrients and don't have as much magnesium as they really should. So I'll put a link down below in the description, and there will be a discount code. So all you people that are subscribing to my channel, you get a discount. But that's the stuff I take, and I really like it. It helps me sleep at night. I feel it helps me recover a lot better. And so you can go ahead and look at that. But good company, good products, I like it. And they're the video sponsor for today. So now the hard part with these GATORSKINS, these are not very pliable because they just came out of the box. And now the hard part is getting the last part of the tire in without pinching the tube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here. I'm going to pinch it like this and push it down and then squeeze it down all the way to the bottom. Now right there is where it's getting to where it's pinching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the tube in there and I'm going to try to pinch it over here to try to pull it down to that spot. And that way it'll be a little bit easier to get the tire on. Okay, so you can see that's really going to be difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start editing the video to make sure you don't hear the cussing. And I'm going to take my thumbs and start pulling it and rolling it like this. Now most of the time I could do this to someone's spine and they thank me, but this is a tough tube. So now I'm going to use the tire lever as the last part and get it onto the rim.
This is why it's also good to be really good to your local bike shop, right?
Yeah, because sometimes if you can't get it, don't be embarrassed. Take it to your bike shop and they'll get those tires on. But once you pump them up enough, they'll become a little bit more supple and it'll become a lot easier. Let's pump up this tire. Now I know you're asking another question. Why don't I just go tubeless? Is that what people want to know? And the answer is because I don't want to, because it's annoying and I don't want to go tubeless on the road. If you're using GATORSKINS, you're probably not going to even need to worry about it most of the time. And that looks pretty good. Brand new tire. That's how you know. I'm going to change the front tire and it's going to feel like a brand new bike. Once again, if you want to check some of these products out that I use, in the description down below, and there'll be a discount code. Keep the rubber side down, as they say.